Okay, VGT Adam here. Nintendo ended. They first showed off Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I heard Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X were fantastic games, so I have no doubt this will also be good. It was very, very, very Japanese, but the voice acting was very, very British. We didn't really see much gameplay. It was more like, I think, story stuff, which I don't understand because I don't know if it's something new or continuation of something, like a continuation of a certain story. But, I mean, yeah, we got Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We got a new Kirby game. There was no, like, subtitle to it. It was just Kirby. It seems like, well, not only the graphics are a lot better, but it seems like they took a lot of aspects from, like, Return to Dreamland, Robobot, and Triple Deluxe in terms of gameplay, and then added some interesting co-op. Like, Kirby's always had co-op, but the way they do it is a little different now. It seems to be more co-op focused in comparison to others. But I mean, it's still just a Kirby game. It looks beautiful, but I mean, it's just another Kirby game. They teased a Pokemon Switch game. They didn't actually show anything at all because it's very early in work, or supposedly. But they said, they're working on one, so that's good news, I guess. They also showed a logo for Metroid Prime 4, which is pretty good. I know a lot of people love Metroid and want it back. And there was also, I think, afterwards, there was a announcement for a 3DS Metroid, which I haven't looked at yet. But, I mean, that's two Metroid games, so Metroid fans will be pretty happy. And I might check it out, at least the 3DS one. I might check it out. Then there was a new Yoshi game, which had the character models from Woolly World, but the gameplay was definitely different. Like, you were able to actually switch your the switch side of the 2D perspective you want. So you can either move from left to right, or in certain situations, right to left. That seems like that could be pretty cool, and you can also hit stuff in the foreground and background. It seems like a very 3DS game, but on the Switch, which is kind of interesting. That could be good. They showed a story trailer of all things for Fire Emblem Warriors. I thought they would show more gameplay, but they showed a story trailer. And for now, besides Marth and the two, I think, original characters, it seems like most of the characters that are going to be in the game are from the more recent ones, because you had Chrom from Awakening, and then you had the new ones from Fates, like Corrin and Xander and that other one. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's still early. I mean, because warrior games, for the most part, usually have a lot of characters, and even then, like what we've seen in Hyrule Warriors, is that there'll be more during DLC or something like that. I'm sure they'll reveal more. It's more in the way, but a story trailer of all things was interesting. Breath of the Wild DLC, the Master Trials, you get more costumes, you get more challenges. It's Breath of the Wild DLC. It just seems like more Breath of the Wild, and then they teased a new DLC called Champions Ballad, which has to deal with, I guess, like the main people, like the Gorons, the Zora, Zelda, and all that stuff, the Gerudos. I haven't played the game, so I don't know their exact names, but it has to deal with something with them. I'm not sure what. They showed more from Mario and Rabbids. That could end up being a really cool game, but I already said what I felt about it on Ubisoft, I think, if I remember correctly. And then, because this was a surprisingly short conference, the last one already was Super Mario Odyssey, which definitely looks like it could be a really good game, really, really innovative. Like, it's so weird seeing Mario in very like realistic settings, but it seems to fit, and I don't know why. And that hat looks like it can do amazing things. Like, not only can you just toss it and then maybe like jump in it, you can toss it around for like battle. You can like also jump in it, and then the biggest thing is you can actually take control of enemies. So if you like toss it at a Goomba, that Goomba will have the hat and grow a mustache, and you are the Goomba now, which is awesome. They showed it like with a frog and some other projectiles and stuff. And the coolest thing they showed is that you can be a T-Rex. There's a T-Rex in the game, and you can toss your hat and be on it. So the T-Rex have a little Mario mustache, and you can be a T-Rex. That's awesome. So now all we need is the Monster Hunter in there. We can have Mario, T-Rex, versus Monster Hunter. I think out of all of these, Odyssey looked the coolest. Like, all of them look good. But I think Odyssey looked the coolest, just with the amount of potential they have and what we could get and what it'll do. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo's was short. I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to be recording this much longer, so it's probably like the shortest video. I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed. I just felt underwhelmed because when it ended, I'm like, that's it. I mean, like I said, a lot of good in here, but I mean, I just felt like, yeah, it's definitely good. I mean, overall, I think this E3 was solid. I'm not gonna say it was fantastic. It was solid. The only shit. The only like really bad conference was EA. The rest were all fine. Xbox was fantastic. Ubisoft was great. Bethesda was a little weak, but it was still there. Sony's was weaker than I hoped, but it was still good. And Nintendo's was also pretty good. I know, like a lot of people. I just looked this up. A lot of people are like tossed between whether Nintendo, Xbox, or Ubisoft won. As much as I don't like Xbox, I think they won this year. I think they had the most solid conference, in all honesty. But I mean, like, if it's tied between three, that's a first as far as I know. But I mean, yeah, this E3 was overall at least solid. There could have been a lot more surprises, and there's still things I'm excited about. But I mean, yeah, it was good. I'm glad. So that was E3 2017, and I've been VGT Adam. See ya.